Big thanks to MSI for sending us to Computex this year. We would not be here without them. Also, thank you to lynda.com. Alright guys, we're here at Cooler Master's suite checking out the Cooler Master Mastercase Pro 5 with the FreeForm Modular System. Now what the heck is that? We'll get into that in a moment. When you first look at this case, it looks fairly standard. There's a mesh front panel, there's a mesh top panel, there's a filtered power supply thing on the bottom. In terms of I/O, you've got two USB 3.0 ports, two audio jacks, a reset button, a power button, a hard drive LED light, and it's really sturdy. For some weird reason they let me stand on top of it. I would super not recommend doing this, but it supported my fairly large frame, which was actually kind of impressive. Just under the top panel you have a drop mount radiator install, so you can take that radiator mount thing outside of the case, install the radiator there, and then put it back in the case, which makes it a lot easier. Also the side panels, this is kind of a minor thing, but the side panels, when you unscrew them and slide them back, they don't actually just fall off the case. They'll kind of hinge there for a moment, and then they're easy to remove after that. The left side window has a large kind of square window cut out for it, and there's a little plate on the bottom which you can actually remove. That plate is for covering the power supply, so if you want to hide that area, or again you can remove the plate and then show the power supply, whatever you want. That's kind of a sneak peek to the FreeForm Modular System. On the inside you have padded rails for the power supply, and you have two different kind of bay areas for the hard drives. You have one that can hold two 3.5-inch hard drives, another one that can hold three 3.5-inch hard drives. There's two SSD sleds, which you can have either in the front of the case or in the back behind the motherboard tray, whichever one you want. And there's a channel for cable management in the back as well, along with some Velcro straps to keep those cables nice and tidy. In terms of stock cooling, you have a 140mm fan in the front of the case and a 140mm fan in the back of the case. And then for kind of the last feature we've got in terms of standard features, you have the large CPU cutout. But then we get to the truly interesting part about this video, and that's the FreeForm Modular System. Those hard drive bays that I talked about earlier, they install in a kind of unique way. There's a big circle, small circle system on the back of the case, and then some kind of thumb screw areas on the right, which allows them to install pretty much whatever the heck they want here. Yeah, hard drive bays, that's fine, but not only can you move them around so you can fit whatever the heck you want in your case, but you can also install stuff like a graphics card holder. So if you have something like the Galax 980 HOF, which is very long and heavy and might droop in your case despite its pretty nice looking backplate, you can have something hold it up so you don't have to look at a droopy graphics card all the time. Or you could install something like a reservoir, or honestly pretty much whatever the heck you want. A big part of the idea here is that they want to work with the community. So if you have an idea for, say, 3D printing something like an air channel, they might work with you on that. They can help you bring that to market yourself, or help your creation become a reality. But it's not just where the hard drives go. You can install a redundant power supply in the bottom. You can install tempered glass panels, which they're probably going to have available on the sides or the top or even the front of the case. It doesn't freaking matter. You can do whatever the heck you want. On the top of the case, you can install handles. I know my brother at ColdSC on Twitter would love that. He installed a cross handle on his Cosmos 2 a while back, and they've got stock handles here. You could even install your own. You can change pretty much whatever you want. Some more standard stuff that you might do is, say, swapping out the I/O on the top of the case. You can have USB Type-C in the future. They've designed it so it's not really hard to remove with things permanently strapped in. You can actually take that module out and it's no problem. Also, you could say buy more hard drive trays or buy more sleds for your SSD. It's not that big of a deal. So what's the point? Cooler Master is doing all this maker stuff all over the place. This isn't the only maker thing that they have here at the event, and their idea is that they're trying to unlock what people want. They're trying to let people run away with their ideas, and that's actually really cool. Things in the computer space can get a little bit dry. With certain cases, it's like, oh, well, every single build that I will ever see in this case will have a dual radiator in the top, some other basic things, and then we're done. The idea here is that they want you to experiment with things and try things and actually help you out. Speaking of that, comments down below. Let me know what you want to see in this case. Cooler Master will be paying attention. I've got a guy in the background who's listening to me right now. He'll read those comments and he'll actually intake all of that stuff. So if you want to see something available when this case is available or in the future, let them know. Also, let me know at Twitter at Luke_LAFR. Thank you again to MSI for sending us here. We wouldn't be here without them. And the link in the video description down below, it's a bit.ly link. They have all their products that they launched at Computex this year, including their laptops which have Broadwell processors. Also, thank you to lynda.com. lynda.com/Computex for a 10-day free trial, and you can start learning right away. Like, dislike, favorite, subscribe, share, follow, whatever. If you want to see all the rest of our Computex content, stay subscribed to Linus Tech Tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.